Today we're looking at 15 dangerous phone tracking and spyware technologies that security researchers have been watching closely. Some are linked to hackers, some to stalkers, and others to government surveillance. The technology behind these systems is becoming more advanced, so stay until the end because we'll also cover how phones can become infected, warning signs of compromise, and ways to protect yourself in 2026. This video is for education and privacy awareness. The technologies discussed should only be examined on devices or systems you own or have permission to test. The goal is to understand your own digital exposure. Let's begin. Number 1. Pegasus. First is Pegasus. Pegasus is one of the most advanced spyware platforms ever discovered. Developed by the NSO Group, it became widely known because certain attacks could compromise a phone without requiring the victim to deliberately click a link. This type of attack is known as zero-click. Once a device is compromised, spyware in this category can potentially access messages, photos, files, location information, and other sensitive functions. It may also target the microphone and camera. The biggest problem is that these infections can be extremely difficult for an ordinary phone user to notice. Number 2. Paragon Graphite. Next is Paragon Graphite. This is another highly advanced surveillance platform that has been compared with Pegasus. Its focus is largely on stealth and covert monitoring. Reported capabilities include silent infections, background surveillance, cloud-related data collection, and access to communications. These are not ordinary monitoring applications. They belong to a much more advanced class of digital surveillance technology designed for high-level intelligence and investigative operations. Number 3. Zero Dayrat. Number 3 is Zero Dayrat. This mobile malware kit has been discussed in underground cybercrime communities and is described as combining several surveillance functions into one package. Reported capabilities include GPS tracking, screen recording, OTP interception, banking credential theft, camera and microphone access, and remote control functions. With capabilities like these, a compromised phone can effectively become a remote surveillance device. Because malware of this type can be distributed through unofficial channels, installing unknown applications or files remains a major security risk. Number 4. Dark Sword. Number 4 is Dark Sword. This is described as an iPhone-focused spyware family associated with investigations involving attacks against iOS devices. This category of spyware can focus on persistent tracking, silent data collection, and larger surveillance campaigns. So even having a security-focused device does not mean the phone is completely impossible to compromise. Number 5. Morpheus Spyware. Next is Morpheus Spyware. This one relies on deception. It can disguise itself as a fake Android update or another application that looks legitimate. A user may believe they're installing a normal system update while actually installing malicious software. Once active, spyware of this kind can collect SMS messages, contact information, and location data while maintaining long-term monitoring. That's why downloading applications or updates from random websites can be extremely risky. Number 6. FlexiSpy. Number 6 is FlexiSpy. FlexiSpy has existed for years and remains one of the most controversial surveillance applications online. It is marketed as monitoring software, but products in this category can be abused for covert spying. Reported capabilities include call recording, GPS tracking, social media monitoring, and remote microphone activation. That last capability is particularly concerning because it can potentially allow a phone to be used as a listening device without the owner's knowledge. Number 7. MSPY. Number 7 is MSPY. MSPY is another monitoring product often promoted for parental or employee supervision. However, cybersecurity experts and privacy advocates have warned that monitoring software can also be misused for covert surveillance. Depending on the installation and permissions, software in this category may monitor messages, browser history, social applications, and device location. This shows why Stalkerware can sometimes appear under legitimate-sounding monitoring labels. Number 8, SpyX. At number 8 we have SpyX. SpyX became notable for moving more surveillance activity toward cloud-based monitoring. Instead of depending entirely on direct access to the physical phone, some services can rely on synchronized accounts, backups, or online dashboards. If someone gains unauthorized access to an iCloud account, Google account, or another synchronized service, sensitive activity may become accessible remotely through a browser-based interface. That means protecting your cloud accounts is just as important as protecting the phone itself. Number 9, XNSPY. Number 9 is XNSPY. This platform focuses on detailed phone monitoring. Reported features include keylogging, application monitoring, GPS tracking, geofencing, and remote commands. Keylogging is especially sensitive because it records what a user types. That can potentially include passwords, messages, searches, and other private information. For that reason, unexpected accessibility or monitoring permissions on a phone should always be checked carefully. Number 10, Hoverwatch. Number 10 is Hoverwatch. Hoverwatch is a commonly discussed Android monitoring application designed to operate quietly in the background. Reported capabilities include collecting SMS messages, monitoring calls, taking screenshots, and storing location information. Another concern is that the application icon may be hidden, making it harder for the device owner to realize that monitoring software is installed. This is why regularly reviewing installed applications and permissions is so important. Number 11, Cocospy. Number 11 is Cocospy. Cocospy is designed around discrete monitoring. Reported features include browser monitoring, social media tracking, and alerts related to SIM card changes. That last feature is important because replacing a SIM card may not stop monitoring if the surveillance software or associated account remains active. Tools in this category show why checking only the SIM card isn't enough when investigating a suspicious phone. Number 12, uMobix. Number 12 is uMobix. This platform focuses on detailed, near real-time monitoring. Reported capabilities include tracking application activity, GPS movement, keystrokes, and other phone activity. The concern is the level of visibility that this type of software can provide into someone's digital life. When monitoring becomes continuous, even normal phone activity can reveal highly sensitive personal information. Number 13, SS7 tracking systems. Number 13 is different because it's not a normal application. SS7 refers to signaling technology used by global telecommunications networks. Security researchers have warned for years that weaknesses in these systems can be abused for tracking and interception. Depending on the attack and the network involved, criminals may attempt to intercept SMS messages, determine approximate phone locations, or conduct surveillance without installing anything on the device. Because the activity happens at the telecommunications level, detecting it directly from the phone can be difficult. Number 14, IMSI catchers. Number 14 is IMSI catchers. You've probably heard the term stingray before. An IMSI catcher is essentially a device that imitates a cellular tower and attempts to convince nearby phones to connect to it. When a phone connects, the system may collect identifying information, estimate location, and gather certain connection metadata. These technologies have been widely discussed in law enforcement and intelligence contexts, but they also raise serious privacy concerns. Number 15, commercial location data platforms. And finally, commercial location data platforms. This approach doesn't necessarily require hacking a phone at all. Instead, surveillance companies and data brokers may obtain location information through advertising ecosystems, applications with location permissions, software development kits, and other data collection systems. This means a person's movement patterns can sometimes be tracked simply because apps are collecting location information in the background. How do these tools reach a phone? So how do infections and surveillance actually happen? Common routes include phishing links, fake update applications, malicious APK files, stolen cloud credentials, SIM swap attacks, browser vulnerabilities, social engineering, and physical access to the device. In many situations, the weakest point isn't